Hello, welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, in for the weekend edition, daily, bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Sunday, June 4th, 2023. We go to Senegal, where more clashes have erupted. Clashes between supporters of the opposition leader Ousmane Sonko and the police have killed more than 12 people. Senegalese government officials said on Saturday that the death toll had risen up to 15 people. Two members of the security forces were among those killed in some of the deadliest protests in Senegal. The violence broke out on Thursday after a court sentenced Ousmane Sonko to 2 years in prison for corrupting the youth. However, he was acquitted of charges on sexually assaulting a woman who worked at a massage parlor. Senegal's capital, Dakar, has been rocked by protests and clashes since Thursday, and on Saturday, the city appeared to be calmer than recent days. Demonstrations in residential neighborhoods had rocks being thrown at police and barricaded roads with tires being set on fire. Police fired tear gas at protesters in some areas, and some were even arrested. The opposition leader is considered President Macky Sall's main competitor in the upcoming 2024 presidential elections. Ousmane Sonko supporters accuse the government of trying to derail his candidacy with the latest legal charge. He was earlier handed a 6-month suspended prison sentence for defaming tourism minister. The accusations against Sonko have long triggered protests. His arrest back in 2021 on rape charges prompted clashes that left 14 people dead. According to a minister, over 500 people have been detained since the long-running protests first kicked off back in 2021. Sonko hasn't made an appearance in public since Thursday's verdict, and his party supporters have called to amplify the constitutional resistance until Macky Sall leaves office. Those in Senegal, let us know on if you feel that this will continue to divide the country, or if Macky Sall can have the national dialogue bring the country back together. Let's go to Morocco, where hundreds have been protesting the high cost of living. Several hundred from a trade union have denounced the high cost of living in Casablanca on Sunday. Coming from all over the country, trade union workers from a union group had gathered in the historic district of the economic capital of Casablanca. The rally took place without major incident and only a few instances with police with journalists on the scene. Morocco is faced with soaring prices, particularly for food products, which are affecting most of the modest households. Inflation slowly increased in April from 7.8% to 10.1%. But the rise in food prices remains high. The inflation can be explained by the chronic drought that is affecting the agricultural sector. The mainstay of Morocco's economy is agriculture, and in particular causing fruit and vegetable prices to soar. Back in April of 2022, the executive signed a social agreement with trade unions and employers, which included a key measure to increase the minimum wage in both private and public sectors. Those in Morocco, let us know if you, in fact, are being affected by the high cost of living and the soaring cost of goods, especially with food prices. We want to hear directly from you. Let's go back to East Africa, where the announcement on how many soldiers were killed on recent African Union base attacks. Uganda has announced that 54 soldiers were killed back on May 26 in Somalia, and the attack claimed by Al-Shabaab. The assault on the base of the African Union, manned by Ugandan soldiers, was launched at dawn, a town about 120 kilometers southwest of the capital of Mogadishu. Using a car bomb and suicide bombers, the attack had taken away 54 soldiers, we are being told by Ugandan authorities. 2 days after the assault, President of Uganda Museveni offered his condolences to the family of the soldiers killed, implicitly conceding that there had been casualties, and added that all facts would be made public. Museveni explained that the heavy toll by the decisions by two officers who panicked by the attack had ordered their soldiers to retreat when he saw that there were more than 700 terrorists. These officers, he said, did not react as expected and panicked, which disorganized them. And Al-Shabaab took advantage of this and invaded the base and destroyed some of their equipment, President Museveni said. Despite this, our soldiers showed remarkable resilience and reorganized themselves, in which they enabled them to retake the base. A Somali army commander told Kush News that violent fighting before al-Shabaab retreated in the face of reinforcements. The attack was condemned by the African Union, of course. In a report, it said that this is the deadliest attack in Somalia since 2017. And at the same time, the country, like its neighbors, is facing a disastrous drought, the worst in at least 40 years. Around half of Somalia's population will need humanitarian aid this year, along with the security crisis. Those in Somalia and those in Uganda, let us know on if you feel that calm will be brought with mitigation between the African Union and al-Shabaab. Let's go to the Caribbean with Barbados, and Barbados looking to establish a bridge with the West African country of Ghana. Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley says that she doesn't want to anticipate any problems getting 600 to 800 people every month to take the journey between Barbados and Ghana. She says, on our side, I know that we have been able to awaken the interest of Barbados citizens with respect to wanting to find more about Africa. She said that she had held discussions with the Minister of Tourism and Arts and Culture in Ghana, Ibrahim Awal, and his delegation. A government statement said that there is a firm commitment between the two countries of Barbados and Ghana to work together on making the much talked about air bridge a reality. It is said that during the discussions, Prime Minister Motley expressed her deep appreciation for the provision of pharmaceuticals on the African Medical Supplies Platform to assist the CARICOM countries with assessing therapeutics, equipment, and vaccines at a low cost during the COVID-19 pandemic. The statement said that the discussions were held on the establishments of Afrexim Bank headquarters in Barbados, as well as other global issues, including the upcoming COP28 summit that's going to be held in the Middle East. Barbados and Ghana established diplomatic ties back in 1994. Those in Barbados, let us know on if you, in fact, want to be one of those individuals when it comes time to make the travel to Ghana. And also to the Prime Minister of Ghana, or Prime Minister of Barbados. We here at Kush News, we'd like to take a trip to Ghana. We have never been, so maybe we can get some in-depth stories on how exactly the relationship between Barbados and Ghana works. Let's go to Guyana and end it there. Guyana is working to secure a seat on the United Nations Security Council. Guyana is seeking an election as a non-permanent member on the United Nations Security Council for the 2024-2025 term. Guyana is joined by Algeria in seeking a seat on the United Nations Security Council, and the elections will be held this upcoming Tuesday. Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Minister Hugh Todd outlined Guyana's vision and priorities for membership in the council and expressed his country's commitment if elected. If successful, Guyana will be the second Caribbean country to serve on the United Nations Security Council after St. Vincent and the Grenadines had a 2-year term that ended back in 2022. The official said that Guyana has always played an active role in the United Nations, and as a small state, it's ready to contribute to the work of the Security Council in partnership with all member countries. A government statement said that if elected, Guyana is looking forward to moving to work together with the United Nations. As a developing country with common understanding of the challenges faced, the countries can make a valuable and purposeful contribution to the Council. There is a complicated international order, including the political and economic orders that have been severely shaken by COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine. It's also stated that the membership to the United Nations Security Council would allow for the promotion of issues of development and international cooperation, as well as contributions to peace and security. Those in Guyana, let us know on your excitement. If you are excited, let us know where you stand on exactly on Guyana's government, the Guyanese government looking to become part of the Security Council for one of the largest global organizations currently. When we come back, we will have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere. Didn't even see you there. I'm Ochanda with Kush News, exclusively on Kush Convos TV. We provide the news each and every single day to the African diaspora. Numbers show that the African diaspora population globally is at over 100 million. This is your chance for your business to have ad placement during the show. We offer different ad packages. And once again, we provide the news each and every single day. When your dad has a problem with his glass eye, we provide the news. When your best friend has brought over her kids so she can go out, we provide the news. When your cousin has came over, used the bathroom, and now the toilet is clogged, we provide the news. I'm Ochanda at Kush News. Reach on out to the email address below. Yo, what's going on? I'm MC Cadero, the #1 MC in the game. Yeah, you've heard of me. And if you haven't, go ahead and check out that video below. In the meantime, I'm open for business. If you have an outdoor festival, indoor arena, park, any venues, birthday parties, weddings, baby showers, I'm open for business. Yeah, even Afro Nation. Go ahead and reach on out to the email address below. And just remember, I'm the #1 MC of the game. Every dollar's worth. See you soon. Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from no particular African nation and or ethnic group, and it reads, "It's much easier to fall in love than to stay in love." Once again, it's much easier to fall in love than to stay in love. African proverb. If I could speak to you, you. I want to let you know that as we continue with modern times, we obviously know that times right now weren't times like of our grandparents. And so this word love is always being thrown around, and it will continue to be thrown around. But just know that, you know, at the modern day and age, just like any other time or any other situation that you may see, you know, love should not be the primary reason on why you're marrying who you're marrying. You know, remember, marriage is an alignment of morals and values, and of course, political and social views. Once you accept somebody's, and usually it's, you know, it's the woman aligning with the man's morals and values, and then saying yes to that. So again, love, it shouldn't be a primary focus. In fact, you know, there are some individuals that claim that love doesn't actually exist. It's, you know, more that you want to spend the rest of your life with this person because you see them as being, of course, your lifelong partner, as well as the mother or father of your guys' children. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for today and any other time that we upload material. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.